this video, we're going to be breaking down an old school house banger. I'm going to be showing you the secrets behind the old school house drums, how to program your bass and which plugin you need. I'm going to be putting you onto one of the most gate-kept plugins for making this style of house music. Let's get into this. Yes then, I hope you're all good. Before we start this one, if you haven't already joined the Patreon, you can literally join for free, so get yourself in there. So, proper old school vibes on this one. Now, all of the drums are from the Frontline 1.0 drum kit, other than this new kick, which is coming in 2.0, which is on the horizon now. So yeah, the meta with this track is simplicity and sound selection. This kick is like a 909 kick with that perfect balance of that sine modern sub energy. Took a lot of time with these kicks. We go into the hi-hats, yeah, the ching hat. What we've got here is we've got super simple, just with a couple of ghost hats here, and then they're just playing pretty much with no excess ghost hats. But what we've got here, the velocity of the first hi-hat, and then we have our second hi-hat slightly higher in velocity, and we've actually nudged this hi-hat just one increment off the grid. And what that gives us is like a push-pull sort of groove. And then we've added a ghost hat here for the first, and then one slightly louder at the end of the bar, and that gives us this. So repetitive, but that is what we want for this style of track. We don't need too much going on. We have actually brought in the Semper perk snare, which is one of my favorite perk snares in Frontline. Paired that off with another perk snare here. That's giving us this sort of bounce. Really clean bounce, and with the whole drum loop, that sounds really nice. Then we have the bang clap, which is a new clap in 2.0. Really nice non-attack heavy clap. If I just touch on the processing, this right here is my favorite at the moment from Bus. If you just listen, and then without, it almost helps your drums drive on. To me, what I hear in my head is like the drums are kind of like all over the place like that. When this comes in, it like channels them in and helps them drive into like one line. You can have this flicking really aggressively without actually squashing that punch. And if you want all your punch, you can actually alt click this or option click, and it's going to put it into slow mode, which is going to allow you still to have that super fast release, and you can keep all your punch. Or you can have it quite aggressive, how I've got it, about 6, and you're still gonna keep like a lot of the punch. But if you want to keep all of it, you can then option click and add that to slow mode like that. Of course, black box, just to absolutely just smash those highs and stuff in the drums. So if we listen to the bass with the drums, everything just sort of sounds how it should. What you can do is you can adjust some of the velocities of these notes to add just a bit more like roll and rhythm into your bass. Processing, we haven't actually separated this out, so taking off a little bit of this low pointless rumble. What I usually would do is actually take this out maybe to like 80 and add our own custom low end here. In this track, we actually have just kept it how it is because it's working. And the reason for taking a little bit off this 180 hertz area, I just find this is a bit of a problematic area, just like making my groove lag a little bit. So I test out just a little bit off in this area just to see if it opens up the groove a little bit more. Basso, if you want to know the preset, is Babbling. Really strong preset. Now we've actually got two really key elements in this track, which is the saxophone and this chord stab. So if you want this chord stab, I'm going to put this in the Patreon. This is what the MIDI looks like. Super simple. These chord stabs, just keep it simple. This saxophone is surprisingly Zenology, and it's a brilliant preset called Biggie Brass. Save you some digging there. Biggie Brass, what a preset in Zenology. I just want to talk about this at the start, which is, this took me a long time to figure out how people were doing this. I know a lot of people will be using a contact bank. These guys, Sound Paint, oh my goodness, bro. They are as these top contact banks. And this costs £20 for this saxophone. Like, get yourselves onto Sound Paint, yeah? Put you on heavily there. It's so good. And yeah, it basically allows us to perform because it has a performance articulations of the saxophone recorded in. You have to mess around with the note positions, and this took a long time to position all of these right to get it like remotely on time. Down, roll again, ready to explode again. Do you know what I mean? Perfect. Once you get it, that's on because it's played by a live saxophonist, so you want it a bit off and swingy anyway. Yeah, so that's a big one. Get yourselves on Sound Paint. That's going to allow you to do that. If you like Pauser and all that style of house. Here is another big one, which I'm going to put in the Patreon, which is a classic house funk guitar. Now, this thing took me so long to get down. I did not know what instrument this was until I'd done a lot of research and realized it was just a guitar, but it's how you process the guitar. So I've actually used a contact bank, electric vintage. So you're welcome to try and do this yourself if you own this library. It's called Funky Ride, but it's the processing I've done to it to actually get it to sound like this. That just perfect house guitar. So I'm gonna put the one shot to that in the Patreon so you can go and use that yourself. Yeah, and that's what the MIDI looks like for that. We have these pads. Now these are really nice. Let's listen to these now. So I believe this one's just from Zenology, and that's just covering our like higher frequencies and stuff. And then yeah, this one's from Zenology as well. I mean, that's an absolutely beautiful pad. That's just called the Soft Pad 2 if you guys want to use that. If you go on Reddit, there's loads of stuff of people just uploading old school 90s vocals and stuff. Yeah, I love that. That just literally adds so much to this. Okay, we have these bits. It's a real different arrangements from what we usually do. If we look down here at our reference track, this is just a really good way to learn how to arrange music, even if you're deep into the genre or you're just starting, because it's really key to get the arrangement right. Yeah, what we've done is we've got our intro bit here, and then it goes into, pretty much goes into the drop. It puts you straight into the action, yeah, which is so common with this style of house music. And then it kind of just progresses on into this section here with the pad, and the drums come out, and then we have our break beats come in, then we have our build up here. Nothing crazy. It's just this track and style of arrangement is almost like a journey. There's not like massive EDM breakdowns and build ups. It's just like a journey that you feel like that. That's the beautiful thing about it. It's ready to be mixed and take you on that journey. Go straight back in. Nothing, as you can see in the reference here, nothing crazy. It's just super similar to what we've done here. And then it goes back into the drop, and then we've just copied that style there. So what I do pretty much in every track, take these downers, which are basically white noise, and then I put another one there and I reverse it. So that basically goes down like that, like then goes up the same way, and just adds some depth and texture or drops. And then we just have one bar at the end of the first 4 bars. And then at the end of the 8, we have a 4 bar, and then that just repeats. Then we just have an 8 and a 4 on the drop as well. So super simple with the effects for this one. This tune, the idea with this sort of tune is just to keep everything super stripped back. Minimal sounds, but sound selection is key. We have some clothing on the way. Now, this is not crap. This is proper. I'm spending quite a lot on getting the best material. They're the highest quality blanks that you can get. You manufacture it today, and the cost, like the materials, like insane. Like, anyway, yeah, get yourselves into Exolus. In the description now, got loads of stuff in there. Stems, serum presets drop-ins, samples, 30% off everything in the store. Get yourselves in there. So as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.